Hello everyone, welcome back to Minus to Millions. We're in the third day of January now, and we've got £4,275 in the bank. And I'd like to try and get our first tractor in this episode, so let's take a look at the shop and see what the cheapest tractor we can get is. And I think the cheapest tractor we can get, with a good amount of horsepower, is the Burra 6105. And that's £39,000 and it has 100 horsepower, so that's plenty of horsepower for what we're going to need to start off with. I will just check the used vehicle sale to see if there's anything. And there's nothing on here that we need or that we can afford. The only tractor is this T9 series here, and we don't have nowhere near enough for one of them. Now we do also have a full pallet of strawberries outside our greenhouse, and I thought there was 1,000 litres on a pallet, but there's only 500. And we can't lift these by hand, so we are going to need a pallet fork. So I think we need to buy a pallet fork with the money that we've got left for our skid steer loader. And we are also going to need to cut down some more trees to get some more money. And there is a lot of tree stumps in the way, so I think I'll lease a stump grinder so that we can remove some of the tree stumps because they are getting in the way. So let's go to the shop and let's see how much a pallet fork is. So if we go to skid steer loader tools, we can get this one here for 800, or we can get the advanced one, which is also 800. And I think we'll go for this one here because it has the bit on the back, so it should be a bit more sturdy. So if we buy this for 800, and the stump grinder is 2,500 to buy, but I think I'm just going to lease it, and that'll be £127 to lease. So I'll lease one of them. Now I'm probably going to need to lease the trailer which we had in the last episode again, so we can take the skid steer loader over to the shop, and we can load the tools on there. And we can also load the logs on there to take and sell. So it's £408 to lease, and I'll lease that and we'll head over to the shop and pick it up. Okay, we're over at the shop now, and I've connected the trailer to the pickup, and you'll see we have our skid steer tools there. So I'll go and get the skid steer loader from our land, and we'll put it on the trailer and bring it back to pick up the tools, because the skid steer loader only goes 7 miles per hour, so it would take too long to drive backwards and forwards to pick up the tools. It would be much easier to load them on here and take them all back at once. Okay, I've loaded the skid steer loader and the tools onto the trailer, so I'll take these back over to our land, and I think the first thing we'll do is take the pallet of strawberries to sell to see how much we get for it. So let's head back over to our land and we'll go and do that. Right, let's pick up this pallet of strawberries, and I'll just load this onto the back of the pickup to take and sell. We don't need to put it on the trailer. That should fit just on the back of the pickup. I think we need to put some more weight on the back of this skid steer loader as well, because it's struggling to lift up this pallet, so we'll have to do that at some point. Okay, that's the pallet loaded up. So if we take a look at the prices for strawberries, it's only £284, and the price for tomatoes and lettuce is a lot higher. So we'll take these to sell and see how much we get, but I think I might change the greenhouse over to tomatoes or lettuce. And we've got 387 litres of strawberries left in the greenhouse, so I think once we have another full pallet of strawberries, I'll switch it over to either tomatoes or lettuce. But let's go and get this sold and see how much we get for it. Right, we're over at the farm shop now, so let's see how much we get for these strawberries. Like I said, I think lettuce or tomatoes might be a better option for us because the price is a lot higher. And we only got £142 for a full pallet of strawberries. So I think once we have another full pallet, I'll switch the greenhouse over to lettuces because the price is much higher for a pallet of lettuce. I think it's around £1,000. Right, we're back over at our land now, and I've attached the stump grinder to the skid steer loader because the first thing I want to do is remove all these stumps from the trees that we've cut down. Because when we're cutting down more trees and we're trying to get around with the skid steer loader, we are hitting a lot of these stumps. So I want to get all these removed, and there's also a few more trees that I want to clear around here so we can open up this space a bit more. So I'll get these stumps removed, and then we'll move on to cutting down some trees. Okay, I think that's most of the stumps cut down, and now I'm going to remove some of these smaller trees, and then we can also get rid of the stumps on these. So I want to get rid of all of these small trees, so this area is quite clear. And there's also some smaller trees over the back here, which is on this open area of grass, which I'll remove, and we'll also remove the stumps from them. Because once we've got a tractor, all this area here, I'm going to mow, and then we can make silage bales from all the grass out here, and we should make a good bit of money from that. So let's get some of these smaller trees cut down, and then we can remove the stumps from them, and then we can also take these to sell. Okay, that's all the smaller trees and stumps cut down and removed. And now this area over here is nice and open. And there's also no small trees on our grass area, which will get in the way when we come to mowing the grass. So I'll load all these smaller trees into the trailer and we'll go and sell them. And then we'll move on to cutting down some of the bigger trees and making enough money to buy a tractor. Okay, I've loaded up all the logs from the small trailer. So let's take these to sell and see how much we get. I'm not sure that we'll get that much because they are only small logs, but hopefully we make enough money to pay for the equipment and the tools that we've leased today. So let's get these sold and see how much we make. And we got 1,855, so we did make back the money for the equipment that we've bought and leased. Now we'll head back over to our land and we're going to need to cut down some bigger trees to make enough money for a tractor. Okay, we're back over at our land now, and I just loaded up the logs that was left from the big tree that we cut down over on this side, and now I'm going to cut down some of the trees on this side for us to take and sell. And I think we're going to need to cut down quite a few because we have £4,919 and we need 39,000 so that we can buy the tractor. So let's get some of these trees cut down. I've cut down and sold quite a few more trees from over this area here, and I've also removed all the stumps. And now we've got £42,077 in the bank, so we have got enough to buy a tractor. And I've put the stump grinder on the back of the trailer so we can return that to the shop. So we'll head over there and return the trailer and stump grinder, and we'll also buy a tractor. Right, we're over at the shop now, and first of all, I'll return the leased items. So that's the stump grinder and the trailer. Now let's buy the tractor. So we need to go to small tractors, and it's this one here. And we can change the wheel brand, and these Michelin ones here give us wide tyres, and it's an extra £650. But I think the standard tyres should be fine. And I think we'll go with the Trelleborg ones. So let's buy this. So we've spent £39,000 on the tractor, and now we've got £3,077 left in the bank. So we've still got a bit of money. And here's our tractor. The top speed is only 15 miles per hour, so it's not the fastest, but it has 100 horsepower, so that should be enough for us to use some basic equipment. And now we've got this, we can start doing some field work and grass work. And like I said, I want to mow the grass behind our land first to make silage bales. So we'll need to lease some equipment to do that, but we should make good money from it. Now I'll take this back over to our land, and then I'll have to come back for the pickup truck. Okay, I've brought the pickup truck and the tractor back from the shop, and now we're starting to build up some equipment on our farm. Now the last thing I want to do is check how many strawberries we have in the greenhouse, because it's been a few hours since we checked, and I do want to change it over to lettuce because we aren't making enough money from the strawberries. And we've got 466 litres of strawberries, so once that reaches 500 and we have a full pallet, I'm going to switch it over to lettuce. Okay, that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like, and feel free to subscribe so you never miss another video.